question is, with the shows, you have guy code and girl code. Do you think the opposite gender benefits from watching the show?
I think for Girl Code, I think guys definitely benefit from watching it because we talk about things and we say what's on our mind and we're saying, oh, if a guy does this, you need to leave, or if a guy does this, stick him, make sure he sticks around and stuff like that. So I feel like guys definitely, I hear it all the time that they like to watch Girl Code because it kind of lets them into our head because they don't understand us ever. They never get it.
Yeah, I think we're all idiots, guys. So yeah, I feel like I feel like we learn from girl code, but girls just watch guy code. It's like, you guys are idiots, So I think in my opinion, like, they're both great shows, but like guy code is more of just like a fun, like, whatever, like, yeah, look at us be stupid. Where girl code, like, you can actually really learn things. Like sometimes when the girls say something, I'm like, really? Like, it's not even funny. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even know that. Good for you.
I wanted to ask about, I follow you guys both on Twitter, and you seem to do a lot of things circled around your family, I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said about your dad trying to use the remote.
Yeah.
Dad code.
Yeah.
That would be a funny show, like that could maybe happen.
Dad code? I think dad code would be hysterical because I think people also are able to identify, like, if I posted that video and it was, if you haven't seen it, it's like my dad trying to work the TV. Like, he can't do it, no matter how hard he tries. And he's like, has this whole bag of battery. Why do you have that many batteries? Like, he had so many batteries trying to stick. And he's like, no, it's working. All right, hold on. Ellen. All right, no, it's good. So he was like all confused. I think that stuff is really funny, and I think everybody can kind of identify with that, where it's like, my dad does that stuff too, and I think that's really funny. So I think parents are almost like really innocent, where they don't know what they're like. They don't know technology. They don't really know what's going on, right? Is that a good way to describe them? And it's just cute. Like, I think it's cute. So I think that would be a funny show, Dad Code.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. I think dad code. I know your dad. Your dad is. That's funny. I didn't see the video, but that's funny because I could just picture him with. Did he have his glasses on too and all that? Yeah, he's cute.
Watching the Italian channel.
Yeah, I know he is. I know he is, and he doesn't even speak Italian. I know it. I know what it is. Yeah, I think it'd be a good show for sure. Yeah.
Do people ever misinterpret your guys' sense of humor, and how do you guys deal with that when people do?
I think people definitely do, especially on social networking, on Twitter and on Instagram. If you say something, it's so easily taken out of context. And I personally know that I'm really sarcastic, so I have to be careful where I'm like, oh, good thing that, whatever it is. And people are like, you're racist. Like, just something that really isn't racist. Like, just anything like that. I think people definitely get really sensitive, but at the same time, you need to have like your freedom where it's like, well, I wasn't trying to offend anybody, and I still am going to leave it up there because it's what I think, and it wasn't meant to be offensive. And if no matter what you say, someone's going to have a hard time. Like, no matter what, you could be like, oh, look at how cute this puppy. I hate puppies. Like, puppies are racist. Like, whatever it is. So I really think that no matter what, it's like inevitable, especially the more presence you have on social networking. I think that it could really just, you can offend a lot of people not even trying to. The best thing to do is just keep it moving. Just do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, I feel like, with especially like with Twitter, like, so many people have access to everything that we say and everything that we do, and you're kind of like under a microscope. So anything you tweet out or Facebook out, you have to realize that all these people are going to take whatever you're doing literally. Like, there's, it's hard for some people to understand that, oh, we're comedians, we're just joking, but they take it like for real, like I'll post like song lyrics and they'll be like, Chris is gay, right? Is he gay? Why did he post a song lyric? It's like, what? I don't know. I like the song, So yeah, I think with all social media, like, it's so important for us, even though and I feel like as comedians, we have the most leeway to say whatever we want because we could be like, oh, we're just joking. But, these people out there, they take it dead serious. Like, they'll tweet at us angry stuff, or how could you say that to me? And then, like, I remember one time I tweeted something, I don't even remember what it was, and this person changed their Twitter name to Chris Distefano's an asshole. And I was like, you went that far?
Thought about tweeting something out just to see how people would react?
I'm
Just to kind of be like, oh, well, you're going to say say this? And
Have I ever deliberately done it? No. I've tweeted things out and then afterwards been like, oh, I shouldn't have tweeted that out based off the response from them. But I don't think that I've ever actively been like, I'm going to tweet this out as an experiment. I've never done that.
I've never done that either. I think, especially if we're expecting it to be offensive, it could be really offensive. And I think that we have to be careful, because if somebody does read that, you could really mess up a lot of stuff. Like, you could mess up, people say, oh, she thinks this, whatever it is, whatever the case may be. I just think that you can't purposely try and offend someone, because then you're going to screw yourself, because then they could put it on a blog and it'll be on the internet and you're getting tweets about it every day even though you deleted it, kind of thing. It's like, you just have to be really careful when you have people kind of like following you. I don't know what this, like, people follow me all the time and they like crawl up my back and stuff. Yeah, exactly.
So you guys have Girl Code, Guy Code, and Guy Cord, Ain't That America. What's next in the works for you guys as far as shows or stand-up or anything?
Yeah, I think I'm just continuing to do stand-up, and I'm traveling a lot, which is really good, and I have a few things kind of in the works and in play that may happen soon, kind of thing, that I can't really say. Right, exactly. But Chris has stuff too. Hold on, I'm gonna give him the microphone as if he's so far away. Hold on.
Yeah. I have a show that I'm the host of that's coming out that I can't say the name of, and I'm doing
So much confidentiality.
I'm doing a comedy special on the network I can't say the name of, and I will be doing, I'm doing a lot of stand-up in New York. You can check my website, christiecomedy.com, and those I can tell. But, yeah, it's weird, like with TV, like we get in so much trouble if we say something, even though we know we have the show already, but if you say it before they announce it.
The reason why is because it's like a press release whenever a new show comes out, so it's like they don't want people knowing about it before they say, this is a thing, So we have to kind of just be like, oh, there's just some stuff.
Yeah, but I think
Shady, but we believe
yeah, I think we both... Yeah, we both have things that hopefully are big for us, and you guys like them, hopefully. Yeah.
Continuing with that, as you guys are progressing through your careers, obviously your lives have changed. You have to keep a lot under wraps. How has that changed how you go about everything, not just, I can't see the name of a show? How have you adjusted your lifestyle?
I feel like I'm the same person as I always was. I definitely haven't changed in that light, but I think it's just such a life change. Kind of like a year ago, not even a year ago, less than a year ago, I was working at a hair salon. I was like answering the phone. I was a receptionist, and now I was saying before that like people kept like Girl Code had aired. It was like on like half a season, and I was still answering phones, and then people were coming in like, are you on TV? Like, I saw you on TV and like you were talking about boobs, and I was like, oh, like that's so crazy, that wasn't me. And then I was like, I need to quit my job. So it's just like a different life change in that way, definitely.
Yeah, I have a lot of anxiety now, because everything, like I said, everything you do is like under a microscope in a way, and much like Carly, like I only started doing this full time about a year ago as well. I was a pediatric physical therapist before, so I would have the kids that I worked with like come up to me and be like, "Are you on Guy Code?" And I'd be like, "No, sit over there." So the adjustment is has been major, but I think we're both handling it as best we can. We have a really great manager who has been through all this before and has managed like the most successful of people, so he knows like how it is for us, like as we're coming up and getting to experience all these new things. He's like very, very good at making sure like this is how we have to handle it. He's like our father, right? I would say he's like our father. Yeah, comedy father.
Business father.
Well, you got to, one of the experiences you got to go to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Which of course I'm jealous. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. I went to Super Bowl with my dad. It was great. I'm from New York. We're both from New York, so it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I just bought tickets. I was like, I feel blessed to be able to provide that experience for him and for us. So I just did it. I pulled the trigger and we did it, and we had the best time. We were in the upper deck. and it was great. I mean, we were sitting in the Broncos section, so and they got smacked. So it was really quiet, and it was fun for us, my dad and I, to see. I mean, people, grown men, hysterical, crying, blaming it on their wives blaming it on them. People like, we saw this one couple, like they exited different ways, like they just are mad at each other. But it was like one of the most amazing experiences that I've ever had. So yeah, it was cool.
Do you think you'll incorporate some of the comedy about people leaving and getting so mad? And
Yeah. I think every life experience we have, that's our job as comedians, is to talk to you about it and to try to make it as general as possible, so you can. It's like kind of like you ever like, when you tell a story and then people don't laugh and you're like, oh, you had to be there. That's like, as comedians, like that's what we have to do. We have to make you there. We have to make you be there. We have to put you in our world. So, it takes a while sometimes. Sometimes jokes come out like that, or sometimes it'll take 10 weeks. But yeah, hopefully maybe I'll say something about the Super Bowl tonight. Maybe I will. I'll throw it out there. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't care who won.
Show was great. Bruno.
I watched the Puppy Bowl.
Oh, I missed it this
I tried to go with my friends. I tried to go with him, but they filmed it like 3 days before, and I was out of town, and I was really upset because I want all of them.
Yes.
Did you guys see it?
Not this year.
What?
Had a puppy named Ginger.
Ginger was the cutest thing ever. She was like, she had a black head, and then the rest of her like fur was white. She was so cute, fluffy thing running around. They had the penguin cheerleaders. They were penguins. The Kitten halftime show was a cat that played piano.
That was usually
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.